Hey Rach, this is going to be one of your strength days. Let me know how you feel about everything. I put 4 exercises, 2 different sets, so there'll be 8 total. You're going to do each round 3 times, and you're going to do all of them 10 to 12 reps. All you need for this one are dumbbells and a band. I'm going to go through one full round with you, and you'll do that 3 times. Then we'll go over the second round, and I'll go over it with you, and you'll do that round 3 times. So the first round I'll give you a little instruction, you'll know what everything is. Should be pretty straightforward. Let me know if there's anything that needs changing, anything like that, and let's give it a go. So your first exercise, you're just gonna put your band around your ankles. Now the only thing I want you to really watch for here is when you kick back, you're hinged, but this knee stays completely in line with your ankle. So you never wanna be pulling and having your knee go in like that. So we're gonna do 12 reps here. You're gonna just have that knee in line and kick back as far as you can, thinking about the standing leg glute. And of course, this one feels pretty good. So if you're not feeling that glute burn by that 8th rep, I want you to keep going. These ones you can do 15 to 20 if you want. Ten, 11, 12, and then when you switch, make sure you're nice and in line. And start kicking it back. 2, 3. No movement over that standing leg. 9, 10, 11, and 12. And you can see that angle's not straight back. It's slightly out to the side, but it's still pretty far back. All right? After that, we're going to get into that renegade row, but you're going to add a push-up this time, okay? So let's not do more than 10. You'll end up rowing 20 times. Now, if this doesn't feel great for you to do up off of your knees, your feet are going to stay wide, and you're going to pull twice, drop down into your knees, do that push-up, come up for the row if you're comfortable, down, push-up, down, push-up. Now, if you're starting to feel your core fatigue, stay on your knees and do that row from here. It's more about getting the back, and the core is going to work no matter what. So you're more than welcome to just stay on those knees, do the row, add the push-up, or come off. You've got 3 more. Drop down, pull, drop down. Last one, up, up, and come on down. So you should feel that in your back, your shoulders, and your abs. So we're gonna move on from what we've already done, warming up the glutes. A kickstand deadlift. I know you don't love deadlifts, but what we're gonna do is keep one foot on the ground, just maybe a couple inches behind the other, so that when you hinge forward, you have a nice safety net here. You're only gonna come to about mid-shin, making sure your hands never go too far forward. You're always against your legs. That's what's gonna protect you. You're gonna use those light weights. We're also gonna come up. So even if you've just got 5-pounders, you're gonna feel it in the glutes. So I'll start with this leg facing you. It's all gonna be through the standing leg butt. This back foot could be up off the ground if you wanted to, but for now we're gonna leave it. We're gonna come down mid-shin, squeeze your bum, pressing up. Push back. Press it up. So each time you come to the top, I want you to be squeezing that standing leg glute. Right now, I'm using my right leg. We're pressing up. Good. 5 more on this side. Two. And last one. Perfect. We're going to switch sides. I'll show you what it looks like from the front. We're going to do 10 more. We're going to hinge that forward and press straight up. Coming down just below that knee. Straight up. Down. Remember that back foot, you just stay on top of your toe. It's barely doing any of the work. Keeping everything protected. Now you're breathing. Inhale. Exhale on the way up. All right, we're never letting our breath out on the way down. 3, your arms ever get tired from going overhead, you're always welcome to turn it more into a bicep curl. And down. Beautiful. You can let go of those weights. We're going to put the band back onto your toes. So this time, it's going like this. We're going to do a bicycle here, so 20 times. What you're thinking of is pulling one knee in while you press the other one down to the ground. So you're also using those hips and your glutes. Lifting and bicycling. Nice and slow. 9 and 10. You can always do these without a band, just depending on where you're at. And if it doesn't feel great to add that twist, hold. Work the glutes, work the hips. You're still going to get a lot going on in those lower abs, all right? 2 and 1. Good. All right, so we're going to pop back up all the way to the beginning. I'm going to do one more round with you. All right, so we're going to do those kickbacks. Again, most of the things we're doing here today in this round are 10. These ones you can do a little bit more. So find that nice stable leg and start kicking back. Short rest in between. We don't need anything too long. We're not going too heavy. 10, 11, 12, maybe add a couple more extras. Perfect. Other side, same idea. Once you've got all of this sorted out, you just go through that round on your own. 2 and 1. You can just mute me, whatever feels good. So for that renegade row, again, just 10 reps. You can stay the whole thing on your knees if that's what feels good for you. After that push-up, we row, row. Remember, if you do come off your knees here, your feet are nice and wide. 3, 4, 5, nice. 6, again it looks like this if we're staying on our knees. 7, try to get that chest down. Good, remember in a push-up you're leading with your chest. Your chin is forward, it doesn't come down. It reaches ahead. Last one. Good. Coming up, we're going to go back to that kickstand deadlift. Again, maybe we do our first one this time with a little bit of a curl instead. We're here. Plant that one toe on the ground nice and lightly. Hinge forward, those hands staying right around the knees. Curl. I'm going to do a press this one. Next one I'll do a curl. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, the arms can do whatever makes them feel good at this point. All the way up. Last one. I'm really starting to feel that standing leg glute. That's what I want. All right, nice light toe on the other side. Hinging the hips back. Hands stay long and come up. I'm really using my butt to make this movement easier than it looks. Right now, that left leg of mine is firing up. And that's 5. Couple of curls, 6, 7, 9. Last one here. 10. Beauty. All right, back to that bicycle. Again, without the band is absolutely fine. Try to just stick it around those toes. Pop down, and just tiny. And if this doesn't feel great for 20, lessen the reps. It is going to benefit you in the long run, but if it feels too tough, To do that many, lessen the load, or get rid of the band. 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. On that one for your third round, just make sure you're lifting your shoulder blades off the ground, not just elbow to knee. All right, you know the exercises. Do this last round on your own, and then we're going to set up for set number 2. All right, so for this round, you are going to need either a bench, which I'm sure you have, or a couch or a stool or something, so you can put your feet up. This is going to require a band and your weights again. So the first one, we're just going to come to your bench. It's going to be a little harder for me to show you in here. Actually, I was going to maybe use this. Let's see how it works. All right, I'm going to take my bungee, put it around my knees. We're going to go 12 reps here. Again, this round's going to be kind of the same, but a couple extra reps. Now, I want you to be 90 degrees, so your butt and your knees are right on top of each other. Your heels are driving straight down through your bench. So I don't want to see pointed toes or feet on the edge. You're right on top. Heels drive down while the butt goes up. You spread your knees with that band the whole time. So we're pressing up and down. So immediately you should feel this firing through your hamstrings, through your butt. And up, 4, 5, 6, hands can always be flat or in the air to make it a bit harder. 9, beautiful. 3 more. Keep those knees wide, pressing out, pressing through the heels. 11, last one, hold, and come on down, beauty. All right, we can take that band off. We're just going to jump back to those dumbbells. Now this one, you're going to be lunging into one leg and coming up through to a punch. So it's going to look like this. I'll just do a couple first. So when you lunge down, you're reaching with your opposite hand and then coming up and punching forward. All right, so let's say we put our right leg forward. So this will be your left leg if you're mirroring me. That toe is going to point out. We reach down with our right arm. So we're going down and up. Good, that's 1. Push down, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, 6, 7, almost there, let it burn. 9, 3 more, got it. 2, and 1. Punch. Perfect. So what that other hand's doing is just staying nice and close to the body as if you're boxing with it, all right? Let's switch sides here. That other leg forward, so your right, my left. Left hand goes down, right hand's in punch position. Lunge. 2. Pivot that foot. 3, 4, 5. Nice. Tap the ground if you can. 8, 9. That 5-pounder should be starting to feel heavy. Last 2 and 1. Beautiful. All right. So right now, I'm going to get you to grab a bungee if you have one. I forgot to mention that at the beginning, so I'll give you a second. All you're going to need is to wrap one end of it. Maybe you have a squat rack, maybe you have a post or a window or something. I just want you to have one of the handles so that you have some resistance on that bungee. I'll give you about 10 more seconds to set up for that and show you my makeshift. I'm sure you have a lot better of a setup than I do, but it works. Through the window, out we go, creating that tension. All right, so 12 per side again. I'm going to add a tiny bit of rotation here. So feet are going to be planted. Bungee comes out in front of your chest. All right, from here, you're going to press straight out, pivot that inside foot, and then bring it back in. Out, pivot, back back in, making sure here that your body is rotating with your torso. So my hip is closing. So my right foot, your left, if you're mirroring me, are coming in and out. We press, pivot, and out. You should start to feel those obliques work. It's not all about the arms. I don't want that. It's really slow. 5 more. 4. Nice. Slow. 2. And last 1. Good. When you do the other side, always a modification. You don't have to do the twist, all right? So if you can see me from here, we're going out to a hold and in. If the twist feels good, I want you to keep going. Out, pivot. Pivot that inside foot. 5, good. From the back, you can see my hips rotate with me. 4 more. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right, that was 12 each side. Now this time we're going to do a curtsy lunge, so you can weight it or not. So what it looks like without weighting is just behind, drive. Every time you do this, I want you to drive so we get a little extra glute squeeze. I'm going to take the dumbbells just to give me a little extra something. I want you to step back and then drive that knee. Here we go. 1, drive. 2, 3. Right behind you, 4. Nice. 5. That back knee almost going straight down to the ground. You can tap it if you're comfortable. 9, 10, let it burn. 11, and 12. Perfect. Doing the other side, what that's going to look like from the side as well. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway. 12. That was your second round. You're going to repeat that 2 more times, starting with those heels up glute bridges. All right, coming into what we like to call the lunge punch. Remembering that it's forward and down, back up. All right, I'm going to do 1 more round with you, and you'll do that 3rd one on your own. So let's get that band around our knees. Have a swig of water. Again, 5-pound weights, a bungee in this band. Heels come up, 90 degrees. I want you to feel your hamstrings in your butt. Arms up this time, make it harder, and go. 1. Good. This one you're halfway. And 12. Beauty. All right, popping that off. We're going to go down to those lunges. Again, these don't have to be weighted. So if you're feeling like it's getting a little bit heavy, let go of that weight. And we're going to start again. Let's get ready. Let's start with your right foot this time. Pointing it out to the side, other arm up. We're going down. 1, 2. My feet are pivoting so that my right foot points forward when I come down. 8. 10. And 12. Beauty. Let's go the other way. Point that other foot out. Arms are doing different actions. They're going to get tired in different ways. So this should feel just fine moving to the other side. And 3. 4. 5. 7, 8, 2, and 1. Good, I'm going to give you a second to grab that bungee. We're going back to the bungee, so grab hold. What I want you to do here, if you don't feel like rotating, watch my first view. If you do, just like you did before, we're going out and back in, 2, and in. If you want to rotate again, 3, and out, and 5. Nice. Good. Almost there. Keep pivoting that toe. Last 3, 2. Remember, it's not arm dominant. You're using that core. Good. Flipping around. Doing the exact same thing. We're pressing out. Pivot. Use those abs. We got 5. Keep the bungee nice and even with your chest. 8, beautiful. 9, 10, nice. And open. Perfect. That was 12. And we're going into our last set of exercises, grabbing those dumbbells or not. All I want you to do is that curtsy lunge. Let's see if we can speed it up to add a little bit of that intensity. We're going step, drive, down. 3, good, a little faster. 5, feel the outside of that glute. 11 and 12. Beauty. Last one. Other side. Here we go. Down. Press. Down. Let that knee come as low as you can. 6, halfway. 10, 11, last one, 12, and beautiful. I'm going to let you do that last set all on your own. Rewind if you have to, but I won't have my voice there bugging you. You've got this.